Okay, we're on Makkot Perak Aleph, Mishnah Chet, 8th Mishnah in the first chapter of Masechet Makkot. So we're continuing to talk about what we were talking about in the last Mishnah, which is the pasuk of Al Pi Shnayim Edim O Shlosha Edim Yumat Tamet. That we learned a bunch of connections between 2 Edim and 3 Edim. Okay, and it's a machloket, whether it's a machloket or not. We learned in the last Mishnah a couple of connections. Laki Shlosh Lishnayim, 3 can be Mazimet 2, 2 can be Mazimet 3. Rabbi Shimon said you can only be mezim unless all of them are zomin. Rabbi Akiva said lo ba'ashlishi ela lahachmir v'lasot tinok yotzor, that you include the third like the second. So many opinions say this Mishnah is a continuation of Rabbi Akiva's position. He says the following: Mashnayim nimsa achad mehem karov apasul edudam b'teila. You have 2 witnesses, and one of them is found to be a karov, a relative of the defendant, o pasul. Or a pasul, a pasul. I mean, he's not eligible. He's a known sinner. He's a gambler. We've learned the list in Masechet Sanhedrin. So if out of 2, one of them is pasul, edutam b'teila, the edut is gone. Av shlosha, even if you have 3, this is a big chidush, a big innovation. Nimsa echad mehem karov upasul edutan b'teila. If one of them is called karov, found to be a karov pasul, edutan b'teila. Meaning you have 3 witnesses. 2 of them are legitimate witnesses. One of them, though, is a relative of the defendant. Okay, so nonetheless, we say edutan b'teila. We negate the testimony, even though the testimony is legitimate. You have 2 witnesses that say Sideshow Bob killed Bart on the boat, and the third one also says the same thing. But the third one is Sideshow Bob's uncle. Nonetheless, edutan b'teila. We negate the edut. Why? Because they are considered a single testimony unit, and we throw out the entire testimony. That's a huge chidush. How do you know if it's 100 people? 100 people witness an event. One of them is Sideshow Bob's uncle. Talmud Lomar Edim Al Pi Shnayim. Let's go back to the pasuk. Edim O Shlosha Edim. The word Edim, multiple, tells us that they're all considered one group of testimony. This is a huge chidush and has great ramifications, as we'll see in a bit. Amar Rabbi Yossi. Said Rabbi Yossi, when is this true? In capital cases, yes, I agree with you. But in monetary cases, that's enough. You can have the edut, you can establish the testimony with the other witnesses, and you don't have to destroy the testimony because of one witness who happens to be a relative or a pasul. Rabbi says no. Okay, it applies both for dinei mamonot and dinei nefashot because if the rule is true, if they're considered a unit for testimony, then they're a unit, and if the unit is negated, if 2 shnayim o shlosha, remember we saw in the pasuk api shnayim edim o shlosha edim, 3 is a unit, just like 2 is a unit. So if they're a unit, they're a unit, and if one of them is no good, the whole thing is not true. But says Rebbe, when is it true? Bisman shit Ruben, when they warn them together, meaning they are associated as a unit when they warned them together. But what if they're not? They didn't warn them together. What should 2 brothers do when they saw someone kill a person? Meaning, let's say for example, Sideshow Bob is killing Bart on the boat, and there are 20 people there, and among those 20 people, 2 of them are brothers. So because 2 of them, incidentally, 2 brothers happen to witness a crime, therefore we say, no, they're all a band of witnesses, and therefore we should throw the whole thing out. Okay? That's what the Bartunu Kalamar. Okay, when do we say that we are batel, we negate the testimony? When they participate from the beginning, when the relative or the pasul or the ineligible witness participated from the very beginning. Liot mina matrin bo ve'aveira. He's from those people who are matrin, who are people who are giving hatra or are giving warning. Meaning they come together and that bends them the hatra. Remember, in order to impose capital punishment, you have to have not just witnesses, you also have to have hatra, warning. So the hatra is what establishes the group of witnesses as a group. Let's say 2 guys came and they warned him and said, don't commit the murder, Sideshow Bob. Don't do it. They're going to put you to death. And then but the 2 brothers happen to be there, and they're not intending to be witnesses. So these people's edut, their witnessing, does not negate Ri'iyato are not, the witnesses are not negated because bishvil ri'iyato shel, this guy just saw it. So it's interesting the way he says it. There's edut, testimony, and ri'iyah. You can see something and not be a witness. How do you become a witness? According to Rabbi, we come together and we give hatra'ah. Now we're watching, not just watching, we're watching as witnesses. All right, we'll stop here, dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.